Hello, hello, hello. Here we are. Welcome to Sunday Musicians Café for our 8th episode with Błachuta. Today we are going to talk about some very interesting things like chamber music and competitions and practice routines and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be interesting. Julia is a very good friend of mine and a classmate because we studied together and we studied in college together. So we met there for the first time, and I remember very clearly that one of the things that struck me the most when I met her the first time was her sound. She was playing this Polish instrument that she can actually tell us more about afterwards. But it's a very good instrument and has a very good sound, and she has a very good projection of the sound. And I really like her style of playing. So, how are you guys? All good? Let's see if everything is working properly. In a minute, I will invite Julia to participate, and we'll have our we'll have our relaxed conversation of the Sunday afternoon, as usual. This project is going quite well, and I didn't expect, honestly, at the beginning this outcome, but people are enjoying. But if you have any feedback or whatever, any suggestion or comments you would like to give to me about this project, I would be very happy to receive it and discuss with you what you think would work better, maybe. Whatever. Please don't be scared of any feedback. So Sunday Musicians Café is obviously an informal online meeting, so just a quick reminder that we are not here to give any key suggestions for your career or for your life. So it's just really a conversation between friends, and we are exchanging opinion, point of views, and drinking a coffee on a Sunday afternoon. So I hope you're doing the same and enjoying this talk. So I'll invite Julia so we can start our talk of the 8th episode. Wow, 8. And we'll have fun. Julia is an incredible musician and a really, really humble person as well. And she's doing amazing things, but she keep it on a very low profile, and I really like the thing. Yeah. Let's see if she's around. This project is being very helpful for many friends to see point of views on things that normally we talk about, but not that often, like injuries, for example, a recovery from injuries. And actually, Julia has a very interesting story. Maybe she would like to share it with us, and it would be probably very nice to hear her experience on that. I remember it was probably the very beginning of her studies in college. So yeah, we'll see. Now I can invite her.
Hi.
Hey, Julia, how are
Sorry
you?
for delay. Sorry
No
for
worries.
delay. I don't know how this thing works.
No, fantastic. I was actually talking to um, to the people what was all these projects, so to have a better idea what we are doing to do.
It's my
And,
first time Instagram live, so
really?
yeah. No, I don't know those things.
Well, for me, it's the eighth time. So I since I started this project, I've been making this Instagram lives. So for me, it's kind of new thing.
You know,
So
this is of course nice medium. Everyone is getting notification that it
yeah,
that it started.
yeah, it's true. It's true. Some people are following now. Yes. How are you? How is your Sunday
I'm
going for now?
good. It's sunny here, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 2 days after my birthday, so
Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm doing well.
Oh, you're 20,
Yeah,
21?
I'm Gemini.
30 now.
I'm 21. What? No, I'm 22 now.
22.
Yes, 22. Yeah.
You are one of those human beings that it looks like that you're going backwards, not
Yeah,
forward.
that's true. No,
You're
it's
going
very good.
22, 21, 20. You look younger and younger
But
every
that's good. Like I'm at the age that I start enjoying this, like, looking young, which is good.
Amazing. So I was telling the people a bit of or how we met, basically. So we are not just friends, but we are also colleagues and classmates because we met in college
Yeah.
and we studied with the same professor. So Isak Lashkovsky. And you came probably a year after me, if I'm not mistaken. You started your
Yeah, I started in pandemic, so 2020. I mean, I officially started, but I wasn't even here for the beginning of it. But I started 2020.
So we started together actually.
The same year.
Yeah, the same year. Fantastic. And I remember, if you want to talk about it, and
Yeah,
I,
sure.
at the very beginning, it was quite traumatic for you because
You know, it's a lot of things, I think, coming together, like pandemic and changing professor, changing country as well, and completely environment. So it's, yeah, no, but I'm very happy after those years, and I think like it got stable now and it's better.
no, absolutely, you're doing absolutely great. And as I was telling before, I really appreciate your attitude because you're doing so many things and really well, but keeping them in a low profile, so you're really humble in a way. So I really appreciate that. And not many people, sometimes musicians, because we are used to stay on the stage and be in the spots, so sometimes we get this kind of we get used to this snobby attitude, which I really don't like. And we have to get rid of this. And you're a fantastic example because you are very,
Thank you.
yeah,
I'm struggling a bit to like sort of know what to share, what not to share, and when and how. Yeah. It's difficult to manage those things, but yeah, I'm trying to like just sort of look back with the perspective a bit, with distance, I guess.
Of course, because no, you're growing very much. And I remember also, if you want to talk about this,
Yeah, sure.
It might be very inspiring as well. Some recovery from an injury, which was terrible. I mean, I remember the beginning. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, sure. So basically, was it the first year, in April, when everything was like coming back to college in person after pandemic, I literally moved to my new flat, and 2 days after I moved in, I got my fingers, like windows smashed my fingers, like sort of completely. I mean, I had two fingers of my left hand broke, and it took me like 6 months to recover from it. So I wasn't playing for 6 months, and yeah, obviously, like I was terrified, and it was probably the most depressing 6 months of my life. Yeah. But I think how I managed to sort of try to like distract myself from thinking about this, it was good. I started to like work full time, and because I was literally unable to play. So I tried to stay as much distract from this fact as possible. I think I managed well. To be fair, like it was the most depressing time of my life in a way, but also I didn't feel fulfilled or something. Yeah. But in a sort of way, it's good that I took a break, but I didn't know if I would have come back. So this was the worst, probably.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely, you are the perfect example of when we say that problems are opportunities, because you took an opportunity from a problem. So you actually recovered from, I mean, 6 months 6 months without playing for me would be really depressing. I mean, I would scare off myself because it's really threatening. And at the same time, I think it was a blessing for you because you really had this probably this you rediscover the love that you had for the violin and for music, and making music for you is everything, and and you can really you cannot live without it. So
yeah, no, of course, it's sort of, yeah, it made me sure that I want to do it in a
yeah,
way. Yeah, of course, because like we dubbed so much, and then I had this opportunity to drop, which was quite big, and everyone is telling, every doctor is telling you, yeah, you should just drop it, like you're gonna be fine with something else, and you're really trying to stay inside that, no, I really want to do it. I think like part of like the recovery process is really mental. Like you just need to really push yourself to do those like 5 minutes of exercising with your fingers or whatever. I think, and yeah, it's really mental that like you really, really want to recover from it. And,
were you not playing at all, or like only using the right
oh
arm?
God, I was trying, this is funny history as well. I was literally trying to like do my right hand and play on open string. And but I wasn't even coming to college. I was just staying in my flat, and I had horrible neighbors. And once I was just playing on open strings, kind of ugly, of course, because it was just the right hand. And they came literally after 5 seconds to my flat and asked me to stop playing.
No.
And I think, yeah, and then I did it second time as well, like literally 5 minutes or even not. And then they write even to my landlord. So yeah, this was really discouraging experience, London experience.
Wow. That was during
That
lockdown, actually.
was just after, like literally it was April. So it was when everything was coming back
Wow.
to normal.
There must be really heartbreaking as well to see
Yeah,
that
no,
you.
this was so bad. I was literally I remember opening the door because they knock and literally almost crying to them.
Yeah.
I was just like, please, I'm trying to play open string. And I hit my hand in cast. So obviously they saw that I cannot fully play. Yeah. No, some of the neighbors right now I'm not experiencing any problems, but sometimes it's tough for musicians.
True. I never had problems. I mean, I had some problems with neighbors in back in the days, but not really. Never. I got lucky probably, but yeah, having someone that doesn't. I mean, if you cannot play in your own space, is like is a disaster because obviously.
I mean, yeah. But to be fair, I focus better when I'm just in a practice room, or sometimes. Like sometimes I just cannot practice in flat. I'm usually not practicing in my flat now, but I am lucky enough to live close to college, so that's.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, I mean, you touched a point when you said recovery was mostly mental, and also keeping up, no? Right? And coming back to the violin. It must be very hard also the period when you come back immediately and you sound not good and you reshape your hands and stuff. How did you cope with that?
I think yeah, definitely it's just frustrating, like when I'm trying to play something and I can't. It's sort of I came back relatively quickly because I needed to defer my exam, and like I needed to do the video like literally like a month after I came back to playing. So yeah, I was trying to not push myself too much for this as well. And I sort of agree with myself that it's not gonna be amazing for the first few weeks, but yeah, it's tough. You just need to like look a bit distance from those things and just hope it's gonna be better soon.
Were you, if you want to share, I mean, obviously, feel free to tell me, maybe this is too personal or whatever. It's very relaxed conversation, so don't worry. But I mean, were you actually supported by some experts on the field to recover mentally as well, or like, or someone in college was actually helping you? I don't know.
I got a lot of helping with just going to physiotherapy and stuff like that. Definitely. It wasn't like like therapy, mental therapy or something, but I get a lot of support, and I was surprised in UK they could really support me in this, because I don't think it would be possible in Poland that much, and I was really experiencing like different physiotherapists, and I visited some very nice London hospitals. I recommend St. Thomas Hospital for everyone.
Yeah, St. Thomas. I got my vaccinations, I think, there. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about something a bit more cheerful and happy. Even though, I mean, this is very inspiring, obviously, because you made it through a very difficult time. So congrats, and I'm very glad to be friend of yours, and to share this kind of you give us inspiration.
Yeah,
So
I
I
sort of still don't like I don't believe I really recover and like that I experienced this. Like I thought it would never happen to me. Like that I would be last person to actually happen. But yeah, it's really terrifying in a way that we can really lose it in 5 seconds, and it just makes me like appreciate that I can play now even more, and sort of see the point that I like in back of my head I can really lose it again in the future, and it's really important to stay healthy and to just
yeah.
take care of yourself.
No, no,
Now
absolutely.
the funny part is that I've always used to love skiing, and now I'm just like thinking about breaking my hands on when I'm skiing.
Yeah.
It's quite sad. But well,
Yes.
yeah.
Skiing is actually a very dangerous sport for
I
us.
know, but I love it. Yeah, it's just this balance between like risking something because obviously like you're gonna do it anyway, and it's just less enjoyable if you care like and worry so much.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
just finding the
guess
balance. I
it's very much about the balance. I mean, I mean, I mean, it's like for me, I love playing football, for example, and time to time I play football, and I know that playing it might be risky and dangerous, but at the end you're looking not only at your career but at your whole life. So it's also I need to be happy, and I need to be in shape mentally and physically as well. So I gotta take some risks. I'm sorry, but and violin is it's our job, and obviously we have to be very careful and everything. But to live in fear, I don't like it. So I would sport I think is and you know
yeah,
some
no, I'm
any kind of workout really is very important for us. And
I'm actually I'm not a very sporty person. Literally, skiing is the only thing I like with the sport. But
no, but then
obviously,
maybe you
it's
should
very
find
important.
something that is less risky, but you have
No,
fun
it's
in it.
even like cooking. Like you're obviously gonna cook. You're obviously gonna cut the things with knife.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I was lucky enough to live with parents that's like let me really do things independently, and yeah, and I'm just grateful for that. After a time, I really started to appreciate that I was just able to choose what I'm doing on my own. I was never pushed to anything. I was never told that I shouldn't do anything or I
yeah,
should. Yeah.
yeah. No, that's very good. That's very good. Well, amazing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope in the future we can talk more about this. But let's switch a bit because I wanted to talk about something very interesting that I mean, as maybe some of you know, she played in the auditorium which I managed a little concert series with the trio, and I really enjoyed that concert. I remember that
Thank
concert was
you.
really good, and the audience was really on their feet. I mean, there was everybody was really loving the trio. And can you tell us about this chamber music experience you had? And it's going quite well. So you're winning competitions, and and by the way, I mean, Zoe said in the chat, sport is so important. Yeah, I totally agree with her, and yeah. Yeah, definitely, yes. But tell us more about the chamber
Yeah,
music.
sure. No, it was very nice experience to play in this hall. It was back like a year ago or year and a half ago. It was
Yeah,
I don't know.
here.
And
Yeah.
and yeah, it was one of the first our concerts, so I'm very glad we played there. And yeah, basically I started this trio year and a half ago with Benaya and Ria from here, and it's my first professional group, like chamber group I've ever played. To be fair, Polish system is quite focused on solistic playing, so it's very different than here. Like in junior department, you got 5 groups, and you play all of those quartets, quintets, sextets.
Yeah.
Like before you even enter college. And Polish system is really different. I've actually my last chamber group was with Michał. That is actually he joined the chat for a bit when I was 10 years old. So then I had like 10 years of gap of not playing any chamber music. So yeah, Astatin Trio is my first project here, and I'm very lucky, and we got very lucky that we found each other. I think this is first of all very difficult to point to just find the people and musician. Also to really combine your personalities and your playing. Yeah, I think I'm very lucky to found the sisters. So my challenge is especially difficult, but I think we're managing well. Obviously, it's not like it looks like it's all very nice and cheerful, and it also has a lot of hard work and a lot of downs and ups.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
Of course, and bear in mind that obviously each one of you has their own career as well. So it's not just, you're not just living, because you're still students, everyone is still a student, so you're not just, am I wrong? Or someone is graduated?
No, actually, Ria is just about to join studies. Junior department.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, so she's 18.
So, I mean, you're very young, and then, you know, but it's very promising. And I really love the fact that in the concert you played here for the auditorium, everybody noticed the potential of the trio, and we were like, this trio is gonna be very good. And in fact, in 1 year you already many successes. So. I'm
very happy and I'm very grateful to be able to play chamber music. Now I'm really I would say I'm even more focused on that than on my solo. It's very, for me personally, as this is my first experience, it's difficult to just divide this time between my sort of solo. I mean, just like literally college requirements to play solo stuff, and then doing really professionally chamber music and rehearsing and preparing for all of it.
Do you enjoy more solo or chamber music?
It's really hard to judge. Like, it really depends on my moods and, you know, how our things are going. But I think in a way chamber music is something that I find it obviously more difficult than solo playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I find it more challenging for sure. But yeah, it's a challenge and I like it. But still, I feel like there's so much to develop still. So I don't feel like I've mastered everything yet. Definitely not.
No, but you have time, obviously. Are you preparing any competitions with the trio or alone? Or are you focusing more on your own competitions?
To be fair, now we just finished one competition in April. Now we have a bit of break because we all need it. So yeah, right now it's just summer and summer festivals. We're gonna play some festivals abroad, but no upcoming competitions. Just development time, realizing all the comments from competition and from the tutors.
Yeah. Do you feel the preparation and I mean the process is different when you especially in chamber music, when you prepare a competition or you prepare, you know, either you prepare festivals, concerts and stuff? I mean, do you actually feel that your attitude is different, or basically you approach music the same?
I think it shouldn't be different between like concerts. I'm trying to really like sort of don't care if it's gonna be 10 people or 800 or whatever. And yeah, but I think just competitions are a bit pushing us to do the same things, but in a quicker time. So obviously there's a bit of pressure, I think, regarding the time and just time management. And yeah, I think obviously competitions are more stressful because you are literally comparing to other people. And concerts, but it depends. Sometimes the concerts are actually very, very stressful as well because you got live recordings and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, correct, and it really depends on the type of concerts as well. I mean, it depends if the concert is it's for, you know, a relaxed environment, or maybe a bit more hot. So it's different kind of concert, right?
Yeah, but I'm very happy I'm in London and experiencing all the other musicians. We went together to Whitecat 2 days ago.
Yes.
Was amazing, yeah, and it's really good environment to be.
Are you thinking of trying Whitecat one day?
Which one?
With Whitecat, are you thinking of?
Oh, God, maybe not yet. Like, obviously, it's such a good institution. Yeah, it's one of the best thing I think in UK to do. Yeah, it's difficult, but yeah, why not? Maybe in the future. But still, especially after hearing everyone 2 days ago, it was
they were amazing. Everyone was really good. Yeah, I'm very happy happy. Some of you, maybe you remember, it was the 6th of the 7th episode of this little project, and Ignas was the guest, Ignas Magnikas, and pianist, who won the White So the other day, I was very happy to see that I'm chatting with people that are inspiring, not only to me, but I mean to the whole world. Like they're really good. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky of being surrounded by these fantastic and wholesome human beings like you. So, you have any tips for our practice routines? Do you have any specific thing that you think would be good to do when you practice? Or?
To be fair, I'm still working on it. I think I've always had amazing teachers that I sort of spent too much time during my high school and primary school. So I've never been taught how to practice on my own, because I literally didn't practice that much on my own. So right now are the years that I'm just starting to develop like my own system.
Okay.
Sort of. Yeah, sometimes I'm trying to divide my practice a bit more to like studies, scales, blah blah blah, and then pieces. But to be fair, sometimes I just find it hard to manage like the chamber repertoire, especially for like preparing for 3 stages of something. So yeah, I'm just making a list of the most important things that are literally needed to play through and like needed to practice. What else? It really depends.
When you say, sorry if I interrupt you, but I didn't quite get, when you say I never practice alone, what do you mean? So you used to practice always with a teacher?
Yeah, I used to practice. I was lucky enough that teachers in Poland are so like passionate, and I was invited to like home with my professors just to play with them a couple of times in a week. Yeah, like I was really lucky. Obviously, I did practice a bit when I was a teenager, but during my like primary school, I was just having a lesson with the teacher. So it's good in a way, because I never practice in the wrong way, because she always like, you know, just look at me and correct me. But right now I'm just developing my own system. I think just, you know, try to balance and really find always like, I'm always trying to question things. Like after I've played through, I'm always trying to question things.
No, that's very interesting. I mean, but you were, I mean, lucky, very lucky to have a professor with you would study every day.
Yeah, almost
Wow.
every day. But I get such a passionate professor at my entire time. I think this is also so important. I was just lucky, because I remember like school can be very traumatic for some people.
Yeah.
I was just lucky to be in a good environment and surrounded by amazing teachers. Yeah.
Do you find very so? For example, this is quite a different approach. From in comparison with the English approach, I would say, which they give you a lot of space, actually, even too much maybe. But do you find many differences in between Poland and England?
I think almost everything is different. Like from the amount of classes you get, like here is sort of they just leave you alone, and it's very individualistic. In Poland, you got like very unnecessary stupid subjects such as P classes. Even like 2 languages, you still got 2 languages even during your studies. You got more academic subjects, but sometimes they're even like too specific. I think it's keep changing every year, but it's really like sometimes you just cannot find time to practice in this system. And I think even like you usually never are experiencing the private classes. No one is privately teaching, and here is almost the only thing.
Yeah,
there's only a few music schools, but the main field is just private teaching.
Private tuitions. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, obviously, the whole system of exams is also very different. I think
Oh God, literally 2 days ago, there was a drama, like famous violinist Agata Szymczewska posted about Polish system, like Polish grading system, because the June is coming and the all exams are in June in Poland, and it's very stressful, and it's very sort of Soviet style.
Wow.
Just everything matters on your exam. You need to prepare the program, especially for this exam. Some of the people are playing the same program just like entire few years just to enter competition or or enter, like it doesn't really have anything to do with like artistic development. Sometimes I don't want to generalize because
No.
it's also, I don't know, it's I even don't know myself, to be fair, because I really appreciate the system as well comparing to here, but there are a few things that definitely should be changed.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. I think we can learn from both of the systems and try to find out which are the positive things and negative things and try to keep the positive, right? And yeah,
Yes.
definitely. And are you a coffee or tea person? I didn't ask you at the beginning.
I have water in my old
Nice.
bottle.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I think I'm a coffee person. Yeah.
You're a coffee person?
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah, the majority of the guests on Sunday Musicians Café is coffee person. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. But some people are Brits, so they would
Yeah,
would
they are
drink
very
tea.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, fantastic. Thank you so much, Julia, for this wonderful talk today. And do you have any suggestion? I always ask this at the end of any or all the episodes. Any key message that you would like to leave for future generation of musicians?
That's tough. I think, yeah, I think just really try to enjoy and appreciate what we are doing, and try to always sort of, you know, find this like obsession with your instruments and like appreciation towards what we're doing. And yeah, always I'm always trying to like sort of have a freshness in my attitude towards instruments, almost every day trying to develop. I think if we can find like small developing every day, it doesn't need to be necessarily with the music or the piece, but yeah, and trying to find a good balance between your personal life and your instrumental life, and yeah, sort of try to think how does it like go through each other, you know, once this and this, yeah. And I think appreciate what we're doing and try to like find this admiration towards the instrument,
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Julia. This is very inspiring, and I think you are totally right. And yeah, freshness and yeah, keeping the the attitude fresh in towards our own passion. This is absolutely true, and I thank you so much. And
Thank you for inviting me, Pietro, and thank you for organizing this. Yeah,
absolutely, no,
I
it's
really
amazing.
admire your like very, you know, it's inspirational to do everything like from the beginning to the end, and you always know this is quite impressive that you want to do something and you find a way to do something. So
Yeah,
well,
I'm quite Italian in that
yeah,
way. It's true.
yeah, and it's very regular. Like, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like challenges, and I
Yeah.
like, you know, I like missions, and I like to have like I like I've never been consistent in my life, so I think I'm really trying to grow up and be consistent with everything I'm doing.
You know,
So
I think you have really good personality for those things. Like it's really, yeah, it really suits you.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, hope to see you soon, and
Yes.
good luck with everything
Thank
and your competitions, and really enjoy to the fullest every note you're playing in your beautiful violin, which actually, by the way, is I telling at the beginning, is a very beautiful violin. And I remember from the first time we met, the first thing I remember of you was the sound of your violin.
Oh,
So it was beautiful. It was
right now
beautiful.
I'm playing on actually other violin. There, yeah, but yeah,
No,
I
no,
know.
yes. I mean
The Polish one. Yeah,
Polish was
Pawlikowski.
really good. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Julia, and
Thank you, Pietro. Have a good day. Thanks.
thank you. Bye. Wow, what a guest! What a guest! Incredible musician and human being, as you can see. And I was very impressed by the way she recovered at the beginning of her studies in London. I mean, not really the beginning, but so I was really impressed, and she's a fantastic musician, and she really loves the violin. And as she was saying, keeping freshness and you know, being devoted in a way to our own job, which is, we are so fortunate to have this this passion, right, to music and towards music. It's so important. And yeah, thank you so much for listening and for sticking here with us. And I hope your Sunday afternoon is going well, and you're enjoying the relaxed time maybe. And yeah, hope to see you next time for the 9th episode. I'm really happy how the guests are coping with this little project I'm stressing them with, and I really hope we are gonna have very good guests in the future. And please do stick around because we have interesting ones coming. And yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much, and see you next episode.